And take a look at this. Scripps News Group in Denver. They're out live on the roads this morning tracking the snow. The snow started here around midnight and they're expecting it to end this afternoon with 2 to 6 inches total across the I-25 corridor. So if you have to head to Denver, of course, give yourself plenty of time. Getting close to 6:16, so let's bring back in meteorologist Alan Rosen. Alan, we got an update from the city. Some good news. The main roads in the city of Colorado Springs, they're in such good shape. The plows are now tackling the secondary roads, and there's a crew of about 47 plow drivers out right now.
Yeah, great info. I just read the same email. I was going to start with that. So great minds think alike. Some really good information there. They mentioned that it's been a warm storm so far. They're waiting for the secondary band of heavier snow, and we know it's on the way. Right now, just some light snow showers visible on the live local radar. Where you are getting some accumulation on the roadways is in northern El Paso County. Of course, we have our live storm team coverage. Casey Dorn has been up there all morning, and we'll hear from him again at the bottom of the hour. I want to zoom on into the Pikes Peak region. You can see the darker blues indicating where that snow is falling at a higher rate, and that's where it is sticking to the roadways. I've even checked out some of the CDOT cams on Highway 115, and we are seeing some snow collecting on the road down here as well. So even if it's wet or snow covered, you want to give yourself extra time. The storm is just ramping up, folks. This is really just the beginning of what's expected to be a multi-commute, big impact type of storm here in southern Colorado. Of course, difficult driving, one of the big concerns, as well as all of these school delays and closures that you're seeing scroll at the bottom of your screen. The worst of the storm expected from mid to late morning all the way through mid to late afternoon. Right now in the Springs, it looks like a winter wonderland outside our Rock Room and studios. 29 degrees the current temperature, humidity nice and high at 92%. Still some light flurries mixed with some flakes out there in Pueblo, where the air temp is sitting just a degree above the freezing mark. Area of low pressure is going to swing into Arizona, eventually New Mexico over the next 24 hours. Cold front now to our south. The upper level wind you see here coming out of the southwest, that brings in the moisture, but at the surface we are getting some northeast winds beginning to develop, and as that flow turns more easterly, look what happens here on Futurecast. The snow begins to expand. So anytime after about 9 to 11, I think the heavier snow bands start to form into the Pikes Peak region, the Arkansas River Valley, and Pueblo County. That will continue to be the case through mid to late afternoon. By around the dinner hours, snow tapering off from Denver down to Monument Hill, but still some light snow showers possible around the Springs, and that snow will continue to wrap up from north to south as we make our way towards late tonight. I think after midnight, the only lingering effects of the storm in terms of snow would be up across the high country. And areas into the southeastern mountains expected to do quite well with this system. Some very beneficial moisture, some high snow totals, big impacts to travel across these mountain passes. Amounts much more variable as you make your way into the Pikes Peak region. Now notice on the graphic here, the purple and pink shading, these are the areas of highest uncertainty. I think spots west of I-25 are going to see quite a bit of range. Some areas might be near 4 to 6 inches. Other spots could be as high as 6 to 9 or 6 to 10 inches. And again, that would be places like Manitou Springs, the Air Force Academy, into the Rock Rimmon area. Right now, roads are primarily wet, as we mentioned, but as we get that heavier snow, roads are likely to turn snow covered. And even as the snow stops falling tonight, icy commutes likely into your Thursday morning. All right, temperatures stay chilly to wrap up the week, so still melt sunshine does return Thursday, but it's going to take some time to melt all of the snow away. Lingering cold as well in your Pueblo forecast, 30s late this week with lows down to the teens. In Canyon City, might see some mountain flurries on Saturday, but we're expecting dry skies once the snow wraps up later tonight. In Woodland Park, I mentioned some flurries here with some heavier snow this weekend up into the central mountains. Dry skies and a warm up into early next week. Time now is 6:20 on your Wednesday morning. Here's a live look at I-25 at Uinta. And you can see in downtown Springs, the roads are primarily wet. That's what we mentioned at the top of the newscast. As we go to the traffic maps, we now have 2 crashes that have popped up. One on the Ute Pass and one, it looks like, on Powers Boulevard on the north side of Springs. We'll get you some more information on those crashes in a moment as we check out drive times and what usually takes about 40 minutes to get up to Centennial, now taking over an hour.